Hi fans of high quality entertainment. Today's the day. I am about to listen to Lou Reed and Metallica's Lulu. I've heard bits of it, but I don't really remember it. And I'll let you know at the end of this video if I think this album sucks or not. Now, overall, I'm a big fan of Lou Reed's, and I respect Metallica. I don't hate them. I like some of their music. And quickly, here are two reviews of Lulu, one positive and one negative. This is a masterpiece, one of Lou Reed's finest achievements, and one of the most unique albums in rock and roll history. Metallica fans, who almost uniformly despise this album, didn't seem to get that it's a Lou Reed album first and that Metallica is backing him. It's an avant-garde, I just woke up an hour ago. It's an avant-garde heavy metal album, which seemed to confuse Metallica fans and the public at large. This is not a piece of crap. It's a work of genius. It's extremely profound and thought-provoking. It was also Lou's last official album, and it's a hell of a way to go for the legendary rock and roller. Metallica, who I am a huge fan of, has expressed some regrets for this album, but they shouldn't. They have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of here. Every song is memorable. The performances are top-notch, and it's something that gets better upon repeated listenings. And here's another comment. And this is on rateyourmusic.com, where fans just rate and review albums they listen to. I have been a Metallica fan for 20 years. I never believed this group could ever find a way to make worse music than Saint Anger, but I was wrong. And this album is rated lower than Saint Anger on Rate Your Music. Lou Reed's lyrics and voice are off the charts terrible. What's worse is that the riffs and drums in the background sound pretty good, but the choice to partner with Lou Reed was a horrible decision. I wouldn't waste a dime on this album. Buy Live at Grimey's for that money instead. I bought it last week and their performance is what you'd expect. Instead of building on the momentum of Death Magnetic, they have gone in a completely crazy direction. Tragic results from a band that is capable of making beautiful metal music 25 plus years on. Oh well, let's hope they get it right in the next round. Sounds promising so far. So, I don't know how I'm going to edit this video, but of course, you know, you're not going to watch me listen to this. I think it's like 80 minutes long, so it won't be an 80-minute video. And I'm going to listen to this in my bedroom, on my bed, with headphones, and don't worry, there's no nudity. Here we go. Seriously, I'm going to have a positive attitude. You know, I'm not going into this thinking I'm going to hate this album. So I'm going to have a positive attitude. But it's just, you know, what if I don't like this and I got to listen to it for 80 minutes? I should have a red flag and say I surrender. Knees crack. I'm old. Goodbye, Tool. Hello, Lou Reed, Metallica. Here we go now.
Not crazy, not the least bit insane. I've got brains more than enough. I take one out and think things over if things get a bit too rough. But I act like I am. It's just me and all the voices I hear. That's when I lay down with my pills and a bottle of beer. It's just the outside of me that is abnormal. I just rhymed normal with abnormal. Not my best lyrics, I agree. Not crazy, not the least bit insane. I've got brains more than enough. I take one out and think things over if things get a bit too rough.
I listened to the whole album, as you could see. I probably sped this all up, so it's not like 80 minutes long. So, here is my verdict. This is my second video for the Does This Album Suck or Not series. The first one was Elton John's Victim of Love, which wasn't very good. It was tedious and whatever, but it did not suck. Does Lulu, for me, this is just my opinion, does Lulu by Lou Reed and Metallica suck? No. And I'm surprised myself. I'm sure a lot of you are, because I know probably a good 75% of you that have heard this hate it. I enjoyed the whole album. I honestly and seriously did, and I know I'm going to love it the more I listen to it. I was actually impressed, and I totally understand people, listening to this, especially if you're not a fan of Lou Reed, and you would be put off by his supposed vocals, because he doesn't even really sing, he kind of talks throughout the whole album. But I'm used to Lou Reed, and the first time I heard, when he was in the band The Velvet Underground, and I heard White Light, White Heat, that album, I thought it was the worst record ever, just like people think of this. And it isn't. I love that album. And Sister Ray, the closing track, is one of my favorite songs of all time. And I've surprised myself, because I was actually looking forward to saying at the end, for comedy and all that, this album sucked, and doing some comedy bit, but I can't. For me, and I know some of you hate this, and you're gonna not like that. I think I love this album. I enjoyed it all. My favorite. Junior Dad, that music at the end, I was getting a bit teary-eyed, because this was Lou Reed's final, except for his meditation CD, I guess, his final musical album. And I've been a fan. I have all of his studio albums, and I love a lot of them. And so he's been in my life since 1975. And I've never bought this because, people said, oh, it's so terrible, and I, maybe it is, but for me, I love this album, I do. I would give it, I don't want to go overboard with it right now. I need to listen to it more, but I'll give it a, I give it a 9 out of 10. Metallica, props to you. And, I know a lot of Metallica fans have been bashing them for this collaboration, but I'm sorry. I thought it worked. And, some of the lyrics, especially you might see at the very, right at the start, I think, when, I remember these lyrics from years ago, but I would cut my legs and tits off. I just started laughing. But I wasn't laughing during this album. I enjoyed it. And the one thing I'm confused with is, I know that they've made this joke about James Hetfield and I am the table, but the lyrics say I am the tablet. So is he saying I am the tablet? I think that's what he's saying in the song, but so somebody has to explain that to me. Maybe he is saying I am the table, but the lyrics say I am the tablet, and I thought that's what he was singing, but I wasn't following the lyrics too much. And so, I'm sure I'm going to get lots of negative comments, and how can you love this album? It's because it's my own personal taste. I love Captain Beefheart. Some people can't stand his music. And trust me, there are albums I'm going to do in this series. At the end, I will say this album sucks. But, I mean, for the Elton John one and this one, they don't. And so let me know also in the comment section below, what album do you think I should get next to listen to all the way through and see if it sucks or not. Some people were saying Jethro Tull's Under Wraps, which I might have heard, but I don't remember. So I love Lou Reed and Metallica's double album Lulu. And the production was excellent. Metallica was superb. There were some, I was going to say, I think the songs that really stood out for me were, I really loved Iced Honey and Cheat on Me, Frustration, and Junior Dad. But, you know, some of them I have to listen to again and get more familiar with them, but I don't know. I guess I'm weird. But I love this album, and I'm glad I bought it. So that's my review and my decision. This album does not suck. My opinion. It's just my opinion. You can't change my opinion. Everybody has an opinion, and everybody has a brain. Or most people. So thanks for watching. I hope some of you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Bye.